Hey, what's going on guys? So today we have some pretty exciting news. We got the official images for the new Player's Kai Final Fantasy VII figures. So yeah, today we're going to be checking out Sephiroth. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to check out this video. If you guys want to stay up to date with the latest Player's Kai Final Fantasy VII news and updates, then be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys are doing okay and are keeping safe during these times, and yeah, look after yourselves. So of course we have the whole lineup of all the Final Fantasy VII Remake characters. So we have Sephiroth, Reno and Rude, which are the newest figures that have been announced. And of course we have Cloud, Strife, Aerith, Barret and Tifa. But I mean yeah, they're just such nice looking figures, I really cannot wait for them. So my question for this video is, what Final Fantasy VII character do you guys want to see Player's Kai make next? Let me know in the comments below. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the figure. I mean, it just looks to be such a nice piece. I love what they've done here. So of course, the figure is up for pre-order right now. So if you guys want to get this figure, then yeah, go ahead and pre-order. I mean, I've already got all 7 figures pre-orders. They just all look to be such amazing figures. And I also think it's a pretty good price, considering some Bring Ours figures are a lot more expensive than these Player's Kai figures. So as for the release dates, it's going to be in February 2021, which is such a long time away. I mean, it's basically 1 year away, which is pretty insane. I mean, it seems like Square Enix figures change the date on their figures pretty often, so I wouldn't really rely on this date. I mean, so many Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts figures have been delayed recently. I'm sure they're probably going to change the date at some point. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. So let's take a look at the first image. So I do think the figure looks pretty good. I mean, I don't think there's a whole lot difference compared to the original Advent Children Sephiroth. I mean, they're pretty similar figures, but I think the sculpting on the new Sephiroth does look a lot better. It's a much sharper sculpt, and the details just show up a lot better. And of course, probably the main difference on this figure is the design of the character himself. I mean, it's very subtle differences, but they have changed the design of Sephiroth. You can see his belt piece looks a lot different. I really don't know what this is, if it's a belt or what it is exactly. If someone can let me know what this thing is, I really don't know. But yeah, as you can see, it does look a lot different from the Advent Children of Sephiroth. And so another difference on this figure is the fact that he does not come with the one wing, like the original AC Sephiroth. I mean, there's pretty obvious reasons why he does not come with the wing. But yeah, that was just one big difference which I wanted to point out. And next up we have a nice image of the figure with the long flowing hair. The hairpiece seems to be sculpted in a lot more dynamic fashion, and it also looks like the hairpiece is made out of a semi-transparent piece of plastic, which I think looks great. It just adds a whole new depth to the character. The hairpiece also seems to be made of a softer piece of plastic, just like the original. And I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but he's got a whole bunch of like creases and folds and textures just sculpted in there in his jacket piece, which I think looks great. I know some people don't like these details. Here we have a back view of the figure, and I love how the blade is inverted, just like in the game how he holds it in the opposite direction. It's just such a nice little detail. And once again, here's a look at the hairpiece and the back of the cloak. Next up we have a medium close-up on the figure, and this is such a nice detail. If you guys look closely, you can see his eyes are closed, so it looks like the figure comes with an alternate head sculpt, which is really awesome. I'm not sure if it's going to be like an alternate faceplate or an actual head sculpt. I really don't know, but yeah, it's super nice to know that we have an alternate face for the figure. And here's a close-up on the body piece. And yeah, there's a close-up on the belt, like this little silver emblem thing. I really don't know what this thing is. I mean, it's pretty noticeable. It's definitely a very interesting design choice. And so here we have the figure in a pretty dynamic looking pose. I mean, it really does look like we can achieve some awesome poses on this figure. So yeah, it's super nice to know that the figure is well articulated. And so next up we have another image of the figure in a pretty dynamic pose. I don't really think this pose works that great. He doesn't look natural. I mean, it's a very awkward looking pose. The figure doesn't look comfortable at all. So I wouldn't personally choose to display the figure in this position. But yeah, once again, it is nice to know that the figure has a nice range of articulation. I mean, me personally, I like to display my figures very simple. I just like to have them in a standing pose. I really don't like to mess about with the poses. And so next up, we have a look at the accessories which come with the figure. So yeah, we have a couple pairs of interchangeable hands. Of course we have the blade, Masamune, and as we've seen before, the figure will come with an alternate head sculpt or faceplates. I don't know which one it's going to be, but yeah, nonetheless, we're going to have an alternate face for the figure. And so last up, we have an overview on the entire figure. So of course we're going to have the hands, we're going to have the blades, the extra head sculpts, and we have the figure himself. And it seems like we have the new Player's Kai stand, which I think they look great. They look very professional, and yeah, they're way better compared to the clear plastic display stands which they used to make. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this figure, if you guys like it, and if you're going to pick it up. So yeah, next up we're going to take a look at the Reno and Root figure in the next video. And of course we have the Cloud Strife, Aerith, Barrett, and Tifa. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Player's Kai Final Fantasy VII updates. And yeah, take care, stay safe, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Alright, take it easy guys.